Yesterday we have studied three-dimensional close packing in crystal lattices. So three-dimensional structures are obtained by placing two-dimensional layers one over the other. If square close packed layers are placed one over the other, we will get simple cubic structure, and if hexagonal close packed layers are placed one over the other, we will get hexagonal closed packed structure and cubic closed packed structure or FCC. So mainly there are three types of three-dimensional cubic structure, namely simple cubic structure, hexagonal cubic structure, cubic structure CCP, and FCC, face centered cubic structures. So, and also we have studied voids. What are voids? The empty spaces around the spherical particles in crystal lattices are called voids. Then there are two types of voids: tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. So what are tetrahedral voids? The voids surrounded by four spheres which are directing towards the corners of a regular tetrahedron are called tetrahedral voids. And then octahedral voids, the voids surrounded by six spheres directing towards the corners of a regular octahedron are called octahedral voids. So now based on the number of voids filled, and we can estimate the formula of the ionic compound, that is number of voids filled and the formula of the ionic compounds. So say for example, in an ionic compound like NaCl, sodium chloride, Na plus and Cl minus. Na plus ion is called cation, Cl minus ion is called anion. So here cations are small when compared to anions. Anions are big, they are small. Cations are small, anions are big. So these anions, since they are bigger particles occupies space lattice, they form lattice points. So in an ionic compounds, the bigger ions forms lattice points and the smaller one will occupy voids, either tetrahedral voids or octahedral voids, depending upon the size of the particles. So in an ionic compound there are two ions, cation and anion. Anion is a bigger ion when compared to cation. So anions or the bigger ions of an ionic compound forms lattice points or the spheres, and the smaller ions will occupy the voids. Depending upon the fraction of the voids covered, we can estimate the formula of an ionic compound. So write down in an ionic compound, the bigger ions, usually anions, form the lattice points. What are lattice points? Form the lattice points means these anions will occupy the lattice sites. They are lattice points, they are nothing but particles, lattice points, and the smaller ions Usually cations will occupy either tetrahedral voids or octahedral voids. Hedral voids depending upon the size of the particles. If the cations are very small, they occupy tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids, because the size of the tetrahedral voids are less than the size of the octahedral voids. So if the cations are very small, they occupy tetrahedral voids. If the size of the cations are a little bigger, they occupy octahedral voids. So suppose this is the structure of the crystal lattice. So these are lattice points. These are lattice points. So lattice points are nothing but anions. So the space, empty space, the cations, these are all anions, and the space, the empty space is occupied by cations since they are small. Smaller cations occupy voids. The empty space is called voids. They will occupy either tetrahedral voids or octahedral voids. So tetrahedral voids are smaller than octahedral voids. So depending upon the fraction of the voids covered, either tetrahedral voids or octahedral voids, we can determine the formula of the ionic compounds. Depending upon the fraction of the voids covered, we can estimate the formula of the ionic compound. So in ionic compounds, bigger ions form lattice points and smaller ions occupy either tetrahedral voids or octahedral voids. So depending upon the fraction of the voids covered by cations or any other ions, we can estimate the formula of the ionic compound. So bear in your mind that for each particle, for each sphere, or for each particle or each lattice point, the number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2, the number of octahedral voids is equal to 1. So for every particle or spheres or lattice points, for every lattice points or spheres or particles, the number of tetrahedral voids, the number of octahedral voids, voids is equal to n, and the number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2n, where n is the number of the particles. For every particle, the number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 1, number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2. So this is the meaning of this one. So we will solve some problems regarding the establishment of the formula of an ionic compound. So this is the first problem, problem number 1. A solid is made up of two elements. A solid is made up of two elements, P and Q. Atoms of Q are in CCP arrangement. The atoms of Q are in CCP arrangements, while the atoms of P occupy all the tetrahedral voids. What is the formula of the compound? What is the formula of the compound? So the problem is like this. So here is a solid. It is made up of atoms of two elements. It is made up of atoms of two elements. So atoms of Q are in CCP means these are Q atoms. They form the lattice points. They are lattice points. So atoms of Q are anions. They are bigger in size. They form lattice points. Whereas atoms of P occupies voids. So P will be in voids. Atoms of P are in voids. Which voids? They are in tetrahedral voids. All the tetrahedral voids are filled by the atoms of P, is telling. So what is the formula? So we know for every particle the number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2. So all the tetrahedral voids are filled by the particle P. So atoms Q and P are in the ratio 1:2. So that is the idea you have to bear in your mind. So solution. Atoms of Q are in CCP. Atoms of Q are in CCP arrangement. CCP arrangement. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು 1 ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಯಾವ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಲ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅವನ್ನ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ 1 ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸೊ ನಾವು atoms of P are in tetrahedral voids. All the tetrahedral voids are filled by the atoms of P. So number of tetrahedral voids is equal to what? 2. If for each particle in the space lattice, the number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2. Therefore, we have to write this one. So in bracket, for each particle in the lattice, comma, the number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2. Therefore, for each particle, the number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2, and all the voids are filled by the atoms. Now, therefore, the atoms of P and Q are in the ratio or in the ratio P is to Q is equal to 2 is to 1. 2 is to 1. Therefore, the formula of the compound is equal to P to Q1. P to Q1. So, this is the formula of the ionic compound. So, depending upon, so you have to understand which particles are in lattice sites and which particles are in voids, and that too which voids, tetrahedral voids are in octahedral voids. If they are in tetrahedral voids, they are in the ratio 1 is to 2. If they are in octahedral voids, they are in the ratio 1 is to 1. In that too, which ratio they are filled, we will come to understand in the later problems. So, this is the second problem. A solid is made up of two elements X and Y. A solid is made up of two elements X and Y. Atoms Y are in CCP arrangement. Atoms Y. So, atoms Y are in CCP arrangement means atoms Y are in lattice sites where atoms X are in voids. So, these are X in voids, while X occupy all the octahedral voids. A solid is made up of two elements X and Y. Atoms of Y are in CCP arrangement, while X atoms occupy all the octahedral voids. What is the formula of the compound? So, here there are two elements. Atoms of Y are in lattice points CCP, while the atoms of X are in voids. Which voids? Octahedral voids. All the octahedral voids are occupied by the atoms X, and the lattice sites are occupied by Y. What is the formula of the compound? So, what is the solution? The atoms of Y are in CCP, cubic close packing arrangement. So, ಯಾವ atoms lattice points ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಿ. ಲೆಟ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು the atoms of X are in octahedral voids. So, all the octahedral voids. So, octahedral voids, in which ratio octahedral voids are in the ratio 1 is to 1. So, because for each sphere or particle, number of octahedral voids is equal to 1. Number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2. For every atom or every spheres or every particles, the number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 1. Tetrahedral voids is equal to 2. Octahedral voids is equal to 1. Here, the atoms of X are in octahedral voids. All the octahedral voids are filled by the atoms X. Therefore, the atoms X and Y are in the ratio that is x is to y equals 1 is to 1. Therefore, the formula of the compound equals x1 y1. x1 y1. So these are all important formulas, important problems. They will be asked in your examinations. So you have to observe which atoms are in lattice points and which atoms are in voids, and that too what type of voids, octahedral voids or tetrahedral voids. The number of octahedral voids are in the ratio 1 is to 1. The number of tetrahedral voids are in the ratio 1 is to 2. So depending upon the fraction of the voids covered, we can write the formula of the ionic compound. So we will do problem number 3. Write down. A compound is formed by two elements. A compound is formed by two elements. X and Y. The element Y forms HCP, hexagonal close packing, and the atoms of X occupy 1/3 of all the tetrahedral voids. 1/3 of all the tetrahedral voids. So stop. What is the formula of the compound? What is the formula of the compound? So what you have to write? The atoms Y are in HCP, hexagonal close packing arrangement. So you have to write it as 1. So ಯಾವ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು HCP ಅಥವಾ CCP ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅವನ್ನ ಲ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ Y ಆರ್ ಇನ್ HCP ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಯಾವ HCP ನಲ್ಲಾರು ಇರಲಿ CCP ನಲ್ಲಾರು ಇರಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ Y ಆರ್ ಇನ್ HCP ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ 1. The atoms X are in tetrahedral voids. ಟೆಟ್ರಾಹೆಡ್ರಲ್ ವಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ? 1/3. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 2 into 1/3 ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಹೆಡ್ರಲ್ ವಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು, ಫಾರ್ ಈಚ್ ಆಟಮ್ ದಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಹೆಡ್ರಲ್ ವಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 2. Out of 2, 1/3 is occupied by the atoms X. So therefore, because for each atom, comma, number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2. Therefore, the atoms X and Y are in the ratio X is to Y equals 2 into 1/3 is to 1. X is to Y is equal to 2/3 is to 1, or X is to Y is equal to 2:3. Therefore, formula of the compound equals x to y3. Of the compound is x to y3. So, I will give you another problem for homework. Problem 4 for homework. A compound of two elements, a compound of two elements A and B, a compound of two elements A and B, in which atoms of B form HCP. Atoms of B form HCP lattice, and those of A, that means atoms of A occupy 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids. First up. Next, what is the formula of the compound? What is the formula of the compound? So, this problem you have to work it out and send to me. So, here there are two elements A and B. Atoms B are in HCP and atoms of A are in tetrahedral voids, out of which 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids are covered. What is the formula of the compound? Now we will understand what is packing efficiency. So whatever may be the arrangement of particles in three-dimensional space, some space will be left uncovered in the form of voids. Therefore, whether it may be simple cubic lattice, hexagonal close packing, face-centered cubic lattice, whatever it may be, some space will be left, it will be in the form of voids. So now we will calculate what is the percentage of occupancy in different types of packing. That is what is known as packing efficiency. So how do you define packing efficiency? The percentage of the volume of the unit cell, percentage of the volume of the unit cell covered by the particles, covered by the particles. The percentage of the volume of the unit cell covered by the particles is called packing efficiency. Is called packing efficiency. So that is packing efficiency equals volume of a unit cell covered by particles, volume of the unit cell covered by the particles divided by total volume of the unit cell into 100. So suppose this is the unit cell. There are different types of unit cells. What is this unit cell is called? This is simple cubic unit cell, or it is called primitive unit cell. Here the particles are present only at the corners. If the particles are present only at the corners of the unit cell, it is called simple or primitive unit cell. Primitive unit cell. So here we have calculated the number of particles per unit cell. So number of particles per unit cell in simple cube. This is simple cube is equal to 1. We have calculated the number of particles per unit cell in simple cube is equal to 1. In body centered cube is equal to 2. In phase centered cube is equal to 4. So the number of particles in this cube is 1. The space occupied by one particle divided by the total space of the unit cell into 100 is called packing efficiency. Volume occupied by the particles in the unit cell divided by the total volume of the unit cell into 100 is called packing efficiency. We have got different types of unit cells. This is simple cubic unit cell. In simple cubic unit cell, number of particle is equal to 1. The space occupied by one particle divided by total space of the unit cell into 100 gives packing efficiency in simple cube. In BCC, the space occupied by two particles, one particle at the center, and out of 8 corner particles, what is the contribution by the corner particles? 1 by 8 into 8, that is equals 1. So in BCC, total number of particles equals 2. The space occupied by two particles divided by the total space of the unit cell gives packing efficiency in BCC. Similarly in FCC, the space occupied by 4 particles divided by the total space of the unit cell gives packing efficiency in FCC or CCP, etc. So now we will calculate the packing efficiency in different types of unit cell. These are all very important. So 100% these questions will be definitely asked in your examinations. Out of these 3 questions, definitely one question will be asked. So you will be asked to calculate the packing efficiency of either simple cube or body centered cube or face centered cube. Therefore, we have to understand very carefully. So what is the question? Draw simple cubic unit cell. Calculate the packing efficiency in simple cubic unit cell or primitive unit cell. So for that, you have to draw this figure, simple cubic unit cell. So this one is the figure. So in simple cubic unit cell, where the points are present? Points are present only at the corners. So I will not write all the corner particles. So I will write only 2 corner particles. Suppose this here. So mark this as A, this one is B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So A, B, C, D are the corners of this simple cube. So write down. So these are the particles which are at this corners. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದೇ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ 8 ಕಾರ್ನರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡ್ರಾನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 2 ಕಾರ್ನರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ G and another particle which is centered at A. So let us start like this. In a simple cubic unit cell, particles, ಇಲ್ಲಿ particles ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು we will call them as spheres ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Particles are considered as spheres. In simple cubic unit cell, the particles are present only at the corners. Only at the corners. This is first point. The corner particles, the corner spheres, all the corner spheres touch with each other along the edges. So these are the edges. So these corner particles touch with each other along the edges. This is second point. So in simple cube, particles are present only at the corners. The corner particles touch with each other along the edges. The particles are considered as spheres. ಸೊ ಈ 3 ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟು ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಎಡ್ಜ್ ಲೆಂತ್ಗಳಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಲೆಂತ್ನ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋಣ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಎಡ್ಜಸ್. ಇದರ ಲೆಂತು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎ. ಆಲ್ ದ ಎಡ್ಜ್ ಲೆಂತ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎ. So illi this is the center of this sphere, this is the center of this sphere. What is the distance here? Here r is the radius of this sphere, r is the radius of this sphere. Therefore what is the length? A is equal to 2r. R is the radius of this particle and r is the radius of this particle. The distance edge length small a is equal to 2r. So next, let the edge length of the cube is equal to small a. Edge length of the cube is small a and the radius of each sphere is equal to small r. Radius of each sphere equals small r. Then A and R are related as A equals 2r. Edge length is equal to 2 into radius. Then if edge length of cube is A, then what is the volume of the cube? Volume of the cube is equal to A cube. Then volume of the cube, this is the cube, volume of the cube is equal to A cube, that is equals 2r whole cube, that is equals 8r cube. So volume of the cube is equal to 8r cube. Next, This is a simple cubic unit cell. Simple cubic unit cell. The number of particles per unit cell in simple cube is equal to how much? 1. The number of particles per unit cell in simple or primitive unit cell is equal to 1. Number of particles per unit cell in simple. This is a simple cubic unit cell. The number of particles. So there are 8 particles. There are 8 corner particles. Contribution by corner particle to the unit cell is 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 into 8, that is equals 1. So the number of particles per unit cell in simple or primitive unit cell is equal to 1. Therefore, the volume occupied by one particle in the unit cell is equal to, so each particle is considered as a sphere. What is the volume of the sphere? 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of one sphere or one particle or one sphere is equal to 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is equals 4 by 3 pi r cube. So this is volume of the cube. This is volume occupied by one particle in the cube. So this equation is number 2. This equation is 1. This equation is 2. Then what is the formula for packing efficiency? Therefore, packing efficiency is equal to, what is the formula? Volume occupied by the particles in the unit cell divided by volume of the unit cell, total volume of the unit cell into 100. So this is packing efficiency formula. Volume occupied by the particles in the unit cell. So the number of particles in the unit cell is 1. The volume occupied by one particle is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is equals 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by volume occupied by the unit cell. So volume occupied by the cube or unit cell is equal to what? 8 r cube. So 8 r cube. So if you simplify this one, you will get 54%. 54%. So this is packing efficiency. So this is packing efficiency in simple cubic unit cell or simple cubic lattice. So this is how we can derive the packing efficiency. So these are all very important. So first you have to write the figure. This is a simple cubic unit cell. Here the particles are present at the corners. There are 8 particles at the 8 corners, but I have shown only 2 particles at these centers. So in simple cubic unit cell, there are 8 particles at the 8 corners. Each particle is considered as a sphere. So, and then each particle touching each other along the edges. Let small a be the edge length. This length is also a, this length is also a. So all the edge length is small a. So here the distance between the center and the center of this edge is r. This is the radius of this particle and this is the radius of this particle. So totally a edge length is equal to 2r. If the edge length is a, what is the total volume of the cube? A cube. So if a is equal to 2r, a cube is equal to 2r whole square, that is equals 8r cube. The number of particles per unit cell in simple cube is 1, we have calculated. So the volume occupied by one sphere or one particle is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So this is equation number 2. Then packing efficiency, we know the formula. Volume occupied by the particles in the unit cell 1 divided by total volume of the unit cell. So volume occupied by one particle 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by 8 r cube. So on simplification we will get 54%. So this is the packing efficiency.